Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Konrad Gorlinski and this is the news. At the request of Poland, the European Union condemned the alleged Russian cyber attacks that targeted EU member states. The cyber attacks had targeted numerous members of European parliaments, government officials, politicians, as well as reporters and citizens in the EU. Hackers had attempted to access computer systems and personal accounts in the bloc and steal data. A permanent representative of Poland to the EU wrote on Twitter, "At our request, Russia's cyber attacks and disinformation activities aimed at Poland and other countries have evoked a strong response. The European Union condemns Russia and urges it to end its harmful activities in cyberspace," the post further read. The EU's foreign policy chief, Joseph Borrell, who issued the Friday statement on behalf of the bloc, said that malicious cyber activities had been observed in several member states, were collectively designated as ghostwriter, and associated them with the Russian state. Such activities are unacceptable as they seek to threaten our integrity and security, our democratic values and principles, and the core functioning of our democracies, the statement read. Borrell said that the cyber attacks had targeted numerous members of parliaments, government officials, politicians, as well as reporters and citizens in the EU, and that the hackers had attempted to access computer systems and personal accounts in the bloc and steal data. These activities are contrary to the norms of responsible state behavior in cyberspace, as endorsed by all UN member states, he added. Borrell's statement said the EU and its member states strongly denounce these malicious cyber activities, which all involved must put to an end immediately. We urge the Russian Federation to adhere to the norms of responsible state behavior in cyberspace, it said, adding that the bloc would consider taking further steps. And 6 months have passed since Andrzej Poczobut, a Belarusian journalist of Polish origin, has been in detention for his alleged incitement of hostility. Poczobut has declined a possible emigration to Poland, as well as to ask for a pardon from the Lukashenka regime. Another high-ranking Pole arrested by Belarus is Angelika Borys, the head of the Belarussian Polish organization. Andrzej Poczobut, a Hrodna-based journalist and activist of the Union of Poles in Belarus, has been behind bars since March. The Belarusian authorities accuse him of inciting hostility. Recently, Radio Svaboda has published an excerpt from a letter which Poczobut sent to one of its readers. He says that he will not ask for mercy, even under pressure. "In such cases as mine, asking for mercy would be immoral and unworthy of the memory of the Polish Home Army heroes," Poczobut wrote. He has little doubt that he will have to face long terms in prisons and labor camps. In the letter, Poczobut describes his situation as prison stability and says that he is reading books and getting ready for a trial, the date of which is not yet known. The election in Russia concluded with a predictable victory for Vladimir Putin's party. After the results were published, in addition to customary doubts regarding the Russian electoral system, new questions appeared, namely those regarding the online voting system. On Friday, final election results were released and handed to the ruling United Russia Party that backs Putin. 324 of the State Duma's 450 seats. On Saturday, hundreds of people, angered by the election results, protested in central Moscow, holding posters carrying slogans such as "Bring back the elections." The protest was organized by several politicians, saying they were cheated out of victory by an online voting system, and called for the system to be scrapped. The Kremlin has said it wants electronic voting, which was used in Moscow for last week's election, as well as several other regions, to be rolled out nationwide in future votes. It was horrible. I was an observer during the election process. I have no problems with money. I just want to watch the process from the inside. I was amazed. The police were removing me because I was too observant. I was the observer from the Communist Party. I saw it with my own eyes, how they have been rigging the results. But they didn't let me come closer. They were violating everything.
Step away, 2.5 meters. Do not film. I saw it with my own eyes. I have no words to describe what they are doing to us. They made cattle and slaves of us. They do anything they want with us. We have no rights. Even while standing here, I cannot be sure that I will get home this evening. And it has become the new normal in our country. At the same time, Russian President Vladimir Putin defended the online voting system used in last week's parliamentary election. As for the election and the online voting, we cannot avoid it. The modern ways and methods of expression of will, as well as the advancement of technology, they cannot be stopped. The form is not the point of the question. The point is the control for the quality of those events. We have nothing like the postal vote that took place in the United States. No one knows when a person put the letter with his vote into the mailbox.
Finally, La Palma Airport has reopened, but many flights remain canceled in the aftermath of the island's volcanic eruption. The Cumbre Vieja volcano started erupting last Sunday, with thousands evacuated and more than 350 homes destroyed. A thick plume of smoke now extends 4 kilometers into the air. Spain's airport operator, AENA, said the airport had reopened after teams cleared ash off the runway. But Binter, the Canary Island airline, said it will continue to cancel flights because of the dangerous flying conditions.
Travelers had been faced with canceled flights during the weekend, and many had joined long queues at the port in the hope of getting a boat off the island. We're looking for other options, like going by ferry to Tenerife and taking a flight from there to Barcelona. Back in the city, people used umbrellas to protect them from the volcanic ashes spewed out by the Cumbre Vieja volcano. They laugh at us because of the umbrella, but if we don't use it, we end up covered in ashes. The eruption has destroyed hundreds of houses and forced the evacuation of nearly 6,000 people since it began on September 19th. La Palma, with a population of over 83,000, is one of the Canary Islands archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean. No fatalities or serious injuries have been reported in the volcano's eruption, but about 15% of the island's economically crucial banana could be at risk, jeopardizing thousands of jobs.
Thanks for tuning in this evening. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead.